Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Alright, today is going to be week 2, day 14, opposite gender, of the 30-day superhero drawing challenge. Alrighty, so who we see before us is Rake currently, and I'm going to do his opposite version. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to make her completely opposite or if I'm going to do just him as a girl. I'm really not sure what I want to do on this. Um, I think right now I'll go ahead and center with him as a girl. Before, I believe I came up with someone completely opposite of him. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out which way do I want to slide him. I think I'll slide him this way. That way you can see his girl version of himself. Let's see. Let me slide him a little further, not too far. And I'll probably just increase the size of this so we can fit 2 people in here without cutting anybody off. Let's see, we'll do that. Let's see, let me open this up. Canvas, resize, 8.5 by 11. Let's see, I can do 11. And that gives us a little bit more space. I think I like that. Okay, done. Alright, and then we'll just slide him over. Let's see, Okay. Unfortunately, I had already merged all his layers when I was working on him. But with him being the way he is, I'm thinking that this is okay. So if you were with me during, I think it was day 3. I think he's. Let's see what day he was on. Bum, 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 bum. I'm just checking my 30-day superhero challenge catalog here. And he's supposed to be on Alien Day, so I think he was like number 6. Let's see. Let's see. Weird looking hero, alien, deformed, physical oddity. He was supposed to be day 7. The only thing is that he is a cyborg of sorts. He's a human construct made for whoopee, making whoopee. Let me see, make sure those guys aren't selected anymore. Yeah, basically he was a creature created cyborg for sex. Uh, he uh, he and his counterpart were put into one body, and I want to say that there's 2 bodies simply because one needs to be the protector, and the other one needs to be, the sex object. And he's the sex object, and in a single sex environment, they spontaneously change into the opposite sex. So I'm going to have her be the enforcer arm. So like when she's surrounded by, or when he is surrounded by a whole bunch of men, he'll turn into this girl. Um, and I think I'll make her the opposite of him. Let's see. They won't be wearing the same clothes, so maybe she'll change into something different. Trying to decide how I want to picture her. Let's see. I had a pose picked out for her. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one will work. And she's like a completely different personality, where he's gregarious and so outgoing and fun and friendly. She's not so much. She's very businesslike. Um, and they're unable to share the same space at the same time. So the only way that they can really communicate with each other is through messages. Um, Even though they share the same body, they're pretty much made of gas on the inside of this body. So, like if you cut off their heads, um, the gas would come out and they die. They are definitely of an alien technology. So, with that in mind, let's see. I really shouldn't be. Let me do that. I think I'll fill this in instead of erasing. Whoops. Now I'm thinking this is going to be my last live stream. That way, you know, you can enjoy the video without having to sit here for 2 hours. And I'll just do the videos in their entirety and just upload on a certain day, um, just to make it easier for folks to catch. Um, yeah, because like a buddy of mine told me, nobody wants to sit here for 2 hours and watch me draw. I'm not that interesting. So I was like, well, you're a dick, but you're right. Um, and I told him, you know, I'm just here for the process. You know, if anybody wants to see the process, he's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and watch you for 2 hours. So I'm like, okay, bro, you're right. So this will be my last live stream of this sort. I'll do process videos, but I'll do them like time lapsed, and I'll see if I can throw in a little bit of Kimmy voice, maybe some music. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Um, let's see. Now he is modeled after a Korean pop star, um, but I'm not sure if, like, at first I was thinking about making her into a sister. Um, uh, just completely opposite. Just going for completely opposite day here. Okay, there we go. That's all right. I'll just put another black background on. Let's see. Well, actually, I could just make this into black. There we go. Ooh, don't like that. Let's see, I think it just filled this in. There we go. All right, so we got her right here. Let's see. I think, did it fill it in? Let's see if I turn this off. Huh. It's weird. Okay. Oh, because she's erased. I thought it was filling it in. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's one of those days. Okay. Let's do this again. Let's see. Will it let me select? And then select invert and fill. Hopefully that worked. Yes, it did. Okay, so let's see. And I'll let that sit on top. I want to get rid of some of these white lines here. Okay, so basically he, or they, um, they own a chain of host clubs, and his is on Earth, and they're both based on colors, but they're pretty much areas of different places where crimes could occur, or just for people to have a good time. It's almost like it's like the fantasy island of um, different. What's the word? It's the fantasy island of for aliens of different dimensions and stuff. So they'll come to their little place to fulfill whatever fantasy they want to fulfill. All right, so let's see if we can get something going here. We'll put it on a different layer. I just needed something so that it would stand up against the background, but I could always just take out the background and work traditionally. But I guess today is backwards day. Um, let's see. So the character. Let's see. Let me see if I can get her going here. Where's my? Oops, I got two of the same screens here. There we go. Let me turn off my melanin fusion hashtag. I just got to remember melanin fusion art. I'm working on also a melanin fusion challenge as well as I'm doing this. Let's see. Okay, make sure she's gonna show up on black. Actually, let me do flesh tone. Let's see. And we'll just kind of get her going here. And I can see her being like the weapon, you know, actually being a weapon. So like these guys that need to protect their, oh, cool. These aliens that needed to protect their sex toy. And you know, it might be funny if they were like prepubescent type of aliens that created them. You know, like a teenage boy creating his own little sex doll that got out of hand. But basically, what these guys do is they have a whole bunch of bodies like them, and aliens can come inhabit those bodies and interact with humans without on their vacations from their uh, realm or their dimension, which probably has a whole bunch of restrictions where they come from. And then when they get into the body, they can pretty much remake themselves like an avatar can, like you can with an avatar in a video game, and then only prettier. You know, kind of like playing Final Fantasy. Is it 14? Very beautiful. And they're all in this rundown city called Wonder City. But on the inside, and I want to say that they operate inside of a pagoda. Um, and it's designed so that it can bring in other, you know, it's designed so that it's a place where you can come in from your own dimension. Okay, so let's see. I think I want to give her, I want to be the opposite of what he's doing. So like he's naked from the waist up, and I want her kind of semi-nude from the waist down. So let's see. Her outfit. Let's see. I got to make her blonde like him. And let's see. We'll use the browns here too. Let's see. So she's going to be looking up at him. He's looking kind of sideways at her. So maybe. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how that would work. But I want her to kind of be beautiful but intimidating. And when they switch, I'm trying to decide if I want her to be caught up in what he's wearing, and then every now and then him caught up in what she's wearing. And it's just like, ew, what am I wearing? Oh my god. Let's see. Trying to think. Let's see if we can get her eyes here. And that's just her persona. She's all business. He's all pleasure. Let's see. And I can almost see, like, maybe angel and demon type of thing. Let's see. I'm going to... let me get her look here. Do, 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 do. Oops. You know what? Don't need this. Actually, we'll make this white for now. This is confusing. I think what I'll do... let's see, I'll take him out for a sec. See, we don't need that. And we'll keep the white background. Let's see, I don't need this in black. How do I get rid of that? Let's see. I think this is what I'm going to do. Okay. Trying to get it back to where it was. Just going to erase her. Let's see. There we go. I can get rid of this and this. I wish it would let me get back to the selection, like select inverse. I don't know why I'm bothering with this. Okay, hold up. All right. What I'm trying to do is just get it back to like straight up white, and the black is bothering me. So, let's see. We'll do this. We'll make this. We'll drop the opacity a bit, and then I'll just use this as the base. And just get to doing this, because ain't nobody got time for this, Kim. That's why you got 2-hour videos. Alrighty, so I was watching this morning. Come on, damn it. I don't know what's up with that layer, or if it's just me. There we go. It's always me. Okay, we're on that layer. Not this layer. I'm gonna lock this one. That way I don't mess with this one. Because I have this really super bad habit of jumping onto stuff. Okay. Come on, homie. And now it doesn't want to have no line. Because it's on erase. Okay, dumb bunny. Okay. Alrighty, it's one of those days. I'm like, I'm drawing, but nothing's coming out. I don't understand. It's always one or two things. Either my opacity has gone away, or I'm on erase. Let's see. And I want to kind of make her like the girls I'm making now. Trying to make everybody transition over into the cartoon version. Okay, and then There we go. Whoops. She's Korean, so her eyelashes don't come up that high. We'll say they stay down here. Oh, and her eyelashes. Her eyebrows should be kind of straight. Yeah, their makeup doesn't lend towards the arched brow. It's more straight across. At least that's what I've noticed from some of them. Now, I saw on our fella that he has light blue hair behind. Like back here is like light blue. I think I'll make the top of her hair light blue and the back blonde, just to be a little bit opposite of them. We'll play up that opposite thing. Yeah, she can't stand the neon crap. So but I want her one day to fall in love, or someone fall in love with her. It's easy for people to fall in love with her. She's good looking, but um, it's that personality though. Let's see. And because, let's see, he's got shorter hair, she's going to have longer hair. Everything's going to be kind of opposite on them. And where he is like light skinned, I'm going to make her a little darker skinned. That way, if I do get a live action, which would be cute, they won't have to find or I wouldn't have to find a light-skinned Korean. I want a dark-skinned Korean. It's like there's no roles for us. Oh, there'll be roles. Okay, so where he is kind of like cowardish, she will be brave. Let's see. I think I'd want to put her holding a weapon of some sort. Okay. He's got more controlled hair. I want her to have kind of like wild hair. Oh yeah, let's see. Where does his part? This doesn't help Kim. Okay, let me zoom out. Stupid layers. Okay, so his part's on this side. I want hers part on the opposite side. Don't want. This thing has been making things appear and disappear. Okay. So we'll have it part on this side. And let's see what him. Let's see. Like I like this this blue right here on him. So I think I want that on her hair and then blonde down beneath. So let's see if we can emulate what we did. I'll color pick. Oh, but first let's get the rest of her outfit. Now he is like half naked. Let's see. She can't be naked. So we'll give her like maybe some underwear of some sort. We'll give her... Ooh, ooh. No, where he is kind of loose with his clothes. There was an outfit that I wanted to throw on her. Let's see. And I think it'll be more traditionally like the alien outfit. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to put that on the same layer. We'll put that on this layer because I want it to kind of come up like this high, this mask that she has. And I want her to look intimidating, so I'll throw this on here. Yeah, he's going to be pretty free with his clothing, and she'll be like completely covered. Now, I saw this outfit that this chick had on walking down a runway, and I wish I could remember where I saw it, but she's got this long jacket, kind of folds over like little flaps like this. I'm going to move this arm here. And I'm thinking the outfits of this world are going to be, they're going to vary. Definitely futuristic. They don't have to have, let's see, and I'll have this come down like this. And this is all on the hips. And I think I'll have her, I'm thinking about leaving her boobs out. Well, not out, but, you know, giving her cleavage to give people a false sense of security. Oh, she's a female. She's the weaker of the gender. She's not gonna hurt anybody. You know, and, you know, famous last words. Let's see. And it's gotta be intimidating looking. Give her that high collar. Let's see, that's gotta come up this way. Let's see, what layer are we on? Let me take that high collar off here. And we'll knock it down to a turtleneck. Let's see, we'll have, I want to do something with her hair that makes it look kind of mechanical. Bring out that cyborg of her. Let's see. Is it on this layer? Oops, cancel. Good, it's locked. Can't monkey with that. Okay. Alright, so I want her to look more cyborg. She's the real part of the cyborg, or taps into the cyborg part. He taps into more the human part. Let's see, so let me see what description that I had generated when I did both of them. La 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 la. This is Roki. And we zoom in. So inside of them is kind of gaseous. There's no organs, there's no body organs, there's just gas inside there. And let's see. Their entire lives are spent inside a cybernetic pod. This is the race, the alien race. They are an all-female race, hence the guy. They are masters of anti-gravity, so they can fly. They have quite the sense of humor. Another race created them artificially to fulfill sexual needs in between procreation and for recreation. They come from a high gravity, desolate world. That's why the aliens want to come to our world to chill. When they're on vacation. The erotic shape shifting alien with a nude transformation sequence. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Okay, so when they transform, they get naked, and it happens in a single sex environment. So if there's a bunch of women around, a bunch of females around, she's going to transform into a guy, and you're going to be able to see his wee wee and his booty and all that stuff, and kind of like Sailor Moon, it seems like they kind of go into a bit of a trance. So that's going to happen. Okay, so they'll spontaneously change into the opposite sex, who is a completely different personality. Their base of operations is genital electric. It's a host club. Alcohol doesn't seem to affect them, but bodily fluids such as like dead blood is an aphrodisiac. Now they are called the necrobashers. So, yeah, dead drunkards. Yeah, so that's their thing. Dead blood, bodily fluids, kissing, things like that. It's wonderful. I won't get into the other bodily fluids you could possibly use, but each one of them is a different type of drug for them, and it will give a different effect. Um, and for those of us who are normal, ew. But yeah, it is what it is. Human fluid is just amazing. But they are gaseous. They're gases that they are created from gases that escape from corpses. So anything living or from the living is just delicious. Um, let's see. Let's see what else we got here. So, Rake has brown eyes, and he's kind of like a big angry bear type of guy. Blonde hair, white skin, sexy blue outfit. His weapon of choice is an occult massage, violet lipstick. So he puts this lipstick on, and it that's weird. Okay, so he puts this lipstick on, and when he kisses somebody, it gives them this occult massage. So it like kind of has paranormal type of capabilities on people. And then she has a trick windshield torpedo where she can create shields of wind that gathers and reflects back in the form of a torpedo anything that hits it. So you throw a cow at her, it'll hit one of her little windshields that she creates, and she'll reflect it back at you like 10 cows worthy, and it'll explode. She sounds like so much fun. So she can repel people pretty easy. So I could definitely see her out and about, secret identity, handling business, and maybe even a villain. You know, just out to get those fluids, and maybe they may need those to survive. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let's see. So we've got that going on. And the temperature at this in this place varies, but it's pretty not in their club. Their club is the way they want it to be, but outside, since it's a controlled environment, there is no the atmosphere is controlled by humans, so you can wear shorts all year around if they want. Um, let's see, if they want it to rain, you'll know when it's going to rain, type of thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and give her some color. Oh yeah, that's right. She has narrow green eyes, and she resembles kind of like a manta ray. So let's see. We'll make her outfit kind of manta ray-ish. Um, instead of having these long sleeves like this, it'll have like how a manta ray would kind of have, let's see, like their wings. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's see. So we'll do it like this. And then the tail end of this can come down as a tail. So if I was shooting at him, and I haven't quite decided how it would be possible for them to ever really meet, since they both share the same body, but only one of them can manifest at a time. Okay, this is annoying. I hate working on two different layers on the same piece of person. So, I can definitely see. Oh yeah, let's see. Okay, so she has green eyes. Let me narrow her eyes a bit. Um, Whoops. Bring that down a bit. And we'll make them a little longer. Oh, let's see. Thick, curly blue hair. Okay, so she had the afro. That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so she had the afro. Um, She had a curly blue afro. That is right. Okay. Let's see. It was fine hair. That was really good. Let's see. And she has nut brown skin. Um, do, 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 do. So we'll have her be kind of Blasian. Let's see. Let me bring this in a bit. Bring this down some so I can control it a little bit better. And we'll get a darker color blue. I don't know. I really like doing these because it helps me, these live streams, because it helps me to work out my story here. I've been, and I was going to talk about what I watched this morning. Um, I was watching a video by Jake Parker, and it was called the World Building Trap. And for those of us who are trying to write and trying to create another world and things like that for the story and things like that thus far. Um, you notice that you'll be drawing, like right now I'm drawing all my characters, my side characters and stuff. Um, and you know, you could be doing it for years. It's like he likened it to, um, you want to build a cathedral and you're surrounded by rocks, and of those rocks you see, okay, well, this would be great for an archway, or this would be great for the roof, or things like that. And so you start gathering these rocks, but you find out that they're not good enough, and you realize that um, you're not an architect. So you stop what you're doing and you kind of read up on being an architect or a better architect. And so eventually it all comes back down to your stuff is just not being created. So let me go ahead and put him away for a sec. And so I have her going right here, but in a sense, this is helping this challenge because it's jump starting my ideas, but I'm still not writing. But in a sense, while I'm doing these live streams, I am kind of writing because this is more than what I've had initially. So if this keeps working for me, and I finally put pen to paper or stylus here to screen and start fleshing out the story, all the better. Okay, so let's get her eyes green and her skin nut brown. She's kind of cute. Um, let's see. And we'll throw some color on another layer so I can keep my lines kind of straight. Let's see, her eyes are narrow green eyes, narrow green. We'll make them kind of inhuman green, like ridiculously yellow green. And then so as I'm drawing here, I try to figure out, oops, I try to figure out how these characters will interact with my main character. And so far, in her childhood, and then also it also has, it's like I have to answer questions. It's like, do I want my main character to be an orphan? You know, because I think it's played out, the orphan thing. It's one thing to have control over your life uh, at an early age, but it's another thing to be completely orphaned. And let's see, I think I'm going to use that light brush on the eyes too. Let me bring this down. And I just kind of want her eyes to light up. I want her to be like the cyborg version of the pair. Or maybe even inside here. Let me throw some black in there. Let's see. And like a lot of this is just on the fly, but um, it's on the fly, but it also kind of answers my questions. You know, like, how do I get to from point A to point B? And let's see. I think I want it above the line layer. Yeah, this is going to be the line layer. And I need yellow or the green. Let's see. There we go. So as I draw these characters and kind of talk out loud some of the ideas that I have in my head, um, it seems to help me kind of flesh some stuff out. let's see. Okay, so I've got the narrow green eyes, thick curly blue hair, afro, nut brown skin, and very thin eyebrows. Okay, so I got a thin upper eyebrows. Almost non-existent, I think that's what it was. So let me go ahead and, oh, actually, let's see, are we on the line layer? Yeah. Let's see, select these guys, and let me see if I can thin it up this way. Alright. Let's see, we'll use warp. Warp is so cool. This particular, come on you. Thin you. Okay, that's pretty good. Oops. Or I can always erase them. Let's see, actually, I do need to erase a little bit. Let me make this a little smaller. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to thin that up a bit. Alright, let's give her that nut brown skin. So about, haven't eaten a nut in a long time, so I'll use this. I'm like, I don't remember what color a nut is. And we'll hit some add. And I'm trying to decide how much and I'm like I was going to have her run the shop at a certain time, but if she's more of an enforcement arm, she's more of like a bouncer type. So maybe when the situation gets desperate is when it switches over to her. And also in single cell environment or single sex environments. I think the single sex environment thing is something that he can't control. That's going to happen, and maybe that's one of his weaknesses. Roki, or their weakness, is that if you if like say the Holy Confederacy comes after them, and the Holy Confederacy, if you guys been with me on, oh, I wanted to put it on a different layer. God, dandruff. Well, it happens. Let's get rid of this one. We can delete this one. Oh, okay, I can't. We have to unlock it. And now we can delete it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I was going to have them... Oh, okay. Let me finish a thought. Finish your thought, damn it. In the creation of Rake and Roki, when I was rolling up, I keep calling it rolling up, but going through the random fields and stuff like that, I needed to give them an enemy. and their enemy is the Holy Confederacy. And the Holy Confederacy is, and all these alien races here are based on movies that they've seen, broadcast. Their world is being pummeled by waves of broadcasts from Earth. And because of that, they formed whole societies based on TV shows, like the Dukes of Hazzard. That's where they get the Holy Confederacy, because they thought that the General Lee, the car that they drive, is a symbol of freedom. And freedom from oppressors, freedom from those who shall be, it's just, that's how they saw it. And so they created the Holy Confederacy because the South is just the shit. After watching the Dukes of Hazzard, so they have the Holy Confederacy is made up of a lot of people who dress up like the Dukes, if you can imagine that, and Daisy Duke, and they are against boss hog types. Anybody who's got any kind of connection to, let's see, any kind of connection to wickedness, whether it's for fun or whatever, they are against it. So they're always trying to shut down the fun places, like what they work at. Let's see, and I think I like, bump it. Maybe she doesn't care, but I like the lips lighting up. I think that's kind of cute. Let's see. Come on, you. It just helps with the cyborg part of it, the futuristic creature that she is. We'll put that underneath. So we'll have her lips light up a little bit. Just want her to be, I want you to fill. Okay, oh, it is filled. It's just on the wrong layer. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, we'll put you here. Okay, that'll work. That'll do, pig. We'll merge you two together. And then we'll do the light stick again. Okay. And then I'll just switch to black here. Let's see, and tomorrow I'll go ahead and experiment with just doing the video and then uploading it either in the afternoon or, uploading it when I get a chance. So instead of doing a live stream, there'll be a faster process video, probably with no commentary. I don't know. Maybe I'll do this and then do, I don't know. I'm still trying to work it out. Okay, so all I know is that nobody's got time for a 2-hour video for me. I ain't got time for that. Nobody got time for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and I need to get to her feet because I have no idea what her feet look like. Let's see. In her hair, I need to make that dark around the edges here. Let's see. Or I could make it lighter around the edges. Let's try something. And let's define here. She looks nothing like the actress that I was using. That's okay. I kind of like her like this. And then have it kind of go into the other blue. And we'll just make this a little bit more afro-like. Come on, you. Now I'm trying to figure out if she stays only until he's out of danger. We'll bring in this afro a bit. Because I used to watch this one show called, what was it called? Lex. And their enforcement guy, he had been brought back from the dead. Well, he was an assassin. He brought back from the dead, and then he has like no emotions. And since he was low on the fluids that keep him active, he slept most of the time, except when the people were in danger, or they woke him up or something like that. And usually it's when they're in danger. But he was not to be awakened unless they needed help, because he was like the only one that could really fight. And I think maybe she might be similar to that. Maybe she lives for fighting. I don't know. You do your thing, I'll do mine, and we'll coexist. She could be too dangerous to leave out for too long. She could be evil. Haven't decided yet. But he's out more than she is. And maybe it's for the best. And I want this part of her jacket to be like a manta ray, like a, yeah. Oh yeah, that's tight. Okay, so this comes down to a point. I'm just trying to figure out. And she can fly. They can fly. I need to make her bigger or smaller. Freeform it. Make her a little smaller so I can get to her feet. There we go. I have to figure out this arm here too. But she can't destroy him because they are sharing the body. But maybe while she's in stasis, maybe she's plotting a way to get rid of him. But it's like, why? Everything's working out just fine. It may be she's impressionable since she doesn't get out much. Maybe she has this tie to the Holy Confederacy, and wants to reunite with them, but he doesn't want to go back. So like it's like a body conflicted, and right now he's got control unless he's in danger. So if maybe that's an interesting dynamic. He'll need somebody to put the genie back in the bottle. It maybe there'll be like some sort of timer or something like that. Something that she's got only a certain amount of time to, defend the body, and then she's got to go back. I don't, Got to figure it out. Let's see. Okay. I'll have this come around the side here. Yeah, I'm not a big clothes designer. That's definitely not my thing. Maybe back when I was a teenager and I had like all the time in the world, even then my tastes were kind of tacky. As far as fashion goes. A friend of mine and me, we used to when we were teenagers, like during the summer, we would just draw. We'd draw for hours. She'd put on some music. She brought out snacks sometimes. Um, and we listened to like Prince and just all kinds of stuff. She was like the DJ as well as the artist and stuff. And both of us we all had our own style, and she had more of a graphic style. And I wish she would have kept it up, because her stuff was so beautiful. It was simple, and it was simple in its beauty. Um, like how you would draw. I'm trying to think of an artist that is like the equivalent of the way she was drawing. Um, like the people who do Love and Rockets. She drew like them. Um, she had very confident lines, but they were still kind of stiff. I'm trying to think of who else. But it was still the stuff that she drew was just absolutely gorgeous. She drew Madonna a lot. Madonna was big back in the day. But between the two of us, I'm the one that kept up with drawing, even to the point where I drew her once. When I was on Facebook, and I used Facebook as a way to, uh, I'd ask people like, if you were in a caricature with anyone, live or dead, who would it be? And she said the guy that played Thor. So I drew her as uh, the Thor's love interest. Yeah, forget that she's married and stuff now. But yeah, she was a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, I drew her with Thor, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm trying to think how I want to do her shoes. Uh, see, they should be futuristic. Let's see, we'll have this little thing here. And this was one of the things that I was trying to come up with was, and it's funny, I saw somebody with shoes like this. Uh, Shoes without heels. They're like high heels without heels. High heelless shoes. And I think with this, I think there's going to be something here that's like could use fire, and that's what keeps her upright. Um, or a gas of some sort. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe smoke, or if maybe it just depends on her personality at the time. Um, Whatever it is what generates from here. We'll just have that do that. And personality boots, and then the same kind of stinger tail. With a barb on the end. I think her jacket should be alive. Like just a part of her somehow, some way. So um, she's got the stinger tail. Let's see. I want to bring this out more, because no matter how I try to make it work, it's not. Okay. See if I can remember how to draw a hand with holding a gun. Or actually, instead of the, is it the gun that would give it to her? Because she's, oh yeah, that's right, they have their alien powers. Okay, so it would be a hand creating a wind. Let's see. Okay, so it'd be a hand creating a wind type of shield. She's a little stiff right now. Let's see. I'm trying to think, can she throw these shields? So it'd be like some sort of windshield. Let's see. Mm, she's got confidence. Something like a manta ray. So we'll put her hand on her hip. She's got confidence. We'll just put that there for now. And we'll move her shoulder out a little bit more. I want this to kind of So it'll have like a little manta ray type of mouth right there, and then on the other side it'll do the same thing. Put your hands up on your hip. And you dip, we dip, we dip. You dip, we dip. Ooh, that looks terrible. Alrighty. Let's see. I'll do this. We got gloves here. So I'm wondering how she can be used. So maybe she tires easily, and that's why she has to go back to sleep. I'm trying to think of what I can do to... Oh, maybe she was an agent of the Holy Confederacy, and then being an agent of the Holy Confederacy, he jumps into her body and spirits her away to Earth. And I'm trying to think. She's still not understanding that she's where she is. All she knows is that people are about to attack, so she just lashes out. And then by the time she lashes out and the danger's over, before she can really figure out where she is and where she is, she ends up getting sucked back inside. So I want him to have a lot of control, but there'll be one time when they'll have to work together. And he's going to have to figure out a way to make that work. But in the meantime, I don't know. And maybe he has to sleep sometime, but then again, he's an alien. Yeah, they're going to be interesting to try to figure out. And I think my main character will have to work with that. Because if I have her be um, if I have her be a orphan, she can kind of use their place kind of like as a hangout, or uh, tap into them. Um, so I started writing her, like from the time she's rescued as a little girl. And then her life growing up after that rescue. and how much it's changed. So if I brought him back, see, I want him bigger than her. Alright. And I'll need her above his layer. Whoops. What the heck is... Oh, that just duplicated everything. That is crazy. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. Wow. So if you select everything and you pull it down, it'll just duplicate everything. Wow. What I need to deselect. There we go. This guy needs to be above here, and then I need to color her in, and then put a background tone on here. Now I shall be done for the day on this. Oh, let me see. Did my thingy here tell me anything about her clothing? She has thin eyebrows, small feet. She's professional. She has a strange wit. Okay, and strange with a lot of purple and blue. So another purple and blue character. Okay, so let's see. Purple. The other one was purple and I don't know. But I think I'll end up deviating just a bit on some of my characters that I've created. Because I really like how my some of my characters are coming out. Like the first character that I had done of the series, she's got orange hair, but she's supposed to have an outfit that's like made of plates. And I like her as like a little newbie starting out as what was it called? With like how drag queens, when they first start, they don't know what the hell they're doing. New drag queen, drag babies. I don't know what they're called. When you're a newbie drag queen, you're just too much. You don't know how to bring it all back in. And I think I want to make her like that. Um, she's discovered her truth. She wants to be transitioning into a female, all that sort of thing. And she's still playing it by ear. This part has to go behind him, but that's okay. Let's see. I like how it has I like this part of it, where it's going across. You see, I like this going up, and then this goes going straight across. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's see. We're going to fill that with purple. Let's go back to this layer. So I like the white though. I like it as white. But her character calls for purple. Maybe, and I don't like this purple and blue together. It's not looking cute. Let's go back to white. I like white on her. You know, to go with the the empire there. Let's see. And then we'll give it maybe a blue tinge or something like that. Okay, I think I can do that. Use soft brush. I'll bring that up. So it's almost like they have their own little story, their own little, these guys here, even though they're sharing the same body, they have to have their own wants and desires. But I can kind of see him, he's taken over her body but calling the shots. I don't know. But they both have their own little alignments. I had found another generator on Seventh Sanctum that gives them kind of like a realistic uh, alignment, kind of like in D&D. And I just assigned one to like everybody. Everybody's got one now. Hers is, I think it was lawful stinky or something like that. Stinky evil. So we'll make her part of the the thingy, and he stole her unit and changed it to his own purposes, but needs her to fight. And let's see, but he has control. So she's more, but he can't do anything to her. I don't know. It's a very weird dynamic, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it work. And I guess I'll find out how to make it work in the story. Let's see. I think I want to give this more of a swirly color. We'll make her tail kind of do its own thing too. I think it should go in and out. Let's see. Let me do this. It's on her layer. So they have to figure out a way to make it work. She's supposed to have smaller feet too. Like crazy small feet. Okay. Which would make sense if they fly. Let's see. You know, maybe their legs aren't as developed. And we'll just make them tiny. Oh, I don't want to do it that way. Let's see. We'll reset. I'll take one at a time. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out Hmm, 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 hmm. See, I'm trying to think. Do I want to? But she's evil. I'm trying to make her work, and I don't. So maybe he's got to convince her she's not evil, but it's like, what happens to me when, like, I think, I think he should disappear when they're in danger, or when he's in danger. I don't want to make her heel bigger. I'm trying to make her feet smaller. So, like, when they're in danger, she appears. Ooh, I kind of like that. There's that opening there with a strap. That one's erasing. Let's see. And then a black. Hmm. How can I make you work? I think this foot should turn that way. But we'll just make her hands white. Yeah, I'd like her in white. You know, evil in white. But I want her to have that gas type of thing going on too. I'm wondering, she she kind of would look kind of cool if she was just like a manta ray, no feet. I don't know. She'd definitely be different. Definitely would be different. Okay, so there's our characters here so far. And for those of you who are just joining, this is what we've got going on. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick replay. And basically, this was the beginning of the first character. This was Roki. I'm sorry, Rake, the Necrobashers. They are a semi gaseous race. Their entire lives are spent inside cybernetic pods. They are an all female race. They are masters of anti gravity. They have quite the sense of humor. Another race created them artificially to fulfill their sexual needs in between procreation and recreation. They come from a high gravity, desolate world. The erotic, shape shifting alien with a nude transformation sequence is what this character is. In a single sex environment, will spontaneously change into the opposite sex, who is completely, with a completely different personality. So they're, and I can imagine them, if he is getting attacked by an ally of hers, I could see her siding with that ally, and then the next thing you know, he turns back to him back when it's convenient. I don't know. Their base of operation is Genital Electric, a host club. It is somewhere in the city of Wonder City. Alcohol doesn't affect them, but bodily fluids such as dead blood is an aphrodisiac. They are the gases, or they are formed from the gases that escape from a corpse. So, from different types of corpses, they are created. So, the gas that created this person here may have come from a guy, because he's exhibiting all kinds of guy type of things, or more masculine traits. Not sure. But in a single sex environment, he changes into the opposite sex. It changes into Roki. Rake has brown eyes, big. He's supposed to be like a big angry bear. Is his like sign. So if they had an alien zodiac sign, his would be the big angry bear. He's got blonde hair, white skin, sexy blue outfit. His weapon of choice is an occult massage violet lipstick. So if he kisses you, you get this paranormal type of experience in a massage. It may not be the most incredible massage you've ever had, but it definitely will be out of this world. And then with Roki, she has a power that she can use trick windshield torpedo, where she can create shields of wind that gathers and reflects back in the form of a torpedo, anything that hits it. Roki has narrow green eyes. Her symbol is kind of like the manta ray. That's her sign. Thick curly blue hair afro, nut brown skin, thin eyebrows, small feet. She dresses professionally, I guess, for whatever she's doing, and she is and it's usually strange, but with a lot of purple and blue is what her outfit is supposed to look like. But I'm going to make her more of a white type of character to go with the Holy Confederacy. They are of the Red Empire of Rainbows. So they're on the red side of the Rainbow Empire, and they're constantly being raided by the Holy Confederacy. And each of their little host clubs that they've put up across the galaxy and across dimensions, they're all based on colors, the Roy G. Biv type of thing. So, our red, it would be the Roaming Owl Saloon. Orange would be Outraged Paladin, and each one of these has their own little themes and nights type of thing. So, like yellow is Young Hobgoblin, so it could be Hobgoblin Night. Good Priest Saloon. I'm gonna change it from saloons and stuff, but basically these were like tavern names and stuff. Today I was working on Roki. This is the opposite sex day, and with her, this is me creating her. It's just kind of coming up with ideas. I do want her to be somewhat alien, and I think more true to the form. And I want to say this is maybe the uniform, or maybe it's something that's a derivative of not only her sign but also her link to the Holy Confederacy. She's supposed to be evil, So I don't know. Maybe she'll be reformed evil, and her alignment is stinky evil. So I guess when she's being bad, she smells. It's a stinky kind of evil. So she's going to be his opposite, and they're both sharing the same body, and their personalities are what dictate what the form, cybernetic form is. But basically, inside they're nothing but gas. And since there are two inside, only one really can manifest at a time to show itself. Otherwise, it'd be like a weird freak of nature, and who knows what that would come out with. So maybe it would be something like a fusion type of thing. Um, but I don't have them communicating just yet. Um, yeah, so this could be his bitchy side. This is his hero. He's more of a fuckboy. She is more of a defender of sorts. So that is where we are thus far. And he's bigger than he looks. He should be a little bit thicker than he looks, but I'm kind of messing stuff up here. And still thinking about how their characters will relate to the overall scheme of things. Um, but yeah, that's what we've got so far. Um, let's see. And as the story progresses, I think they'll become better defined. Right now, this is just them in their roughest form. Um, so yeah, that's where we are. Again, I'll go ahead and do a quick replay for those who are just joining, and then we'll call it. And from here, I'll go ahead and speed it up a bit, and then I'll go through some of the other things that are going on with this challenge. Well, as this is doing its thing, tomorrow begins week 3, and let's see, week 3 encompasses duo. For each day, I need to choose 2 from week 1, and I'll show you all the people I've got from week 1. And I think what I might do is just take some time and maybe write out and develop these characters a little bit better. Um, it's kind of fun to put these guys together and do our thing here. Because week 4 has, I got to choose 3 or more from week 1 to interact together. So these guys will be working together, working against each other. And if you want to see the upcoming challenges for, just go ahead and look in the description. There's a link in the description. And if you guys take up the mantle of the 30-day superhero challenge, definitely let me know. I would love to see what you come up with. What I'm thinking about doing is not doing a live stream, because my live streams do take a long time, because you're seeing me step by step as I'm drawing these people, real time, and my thought process as I'm doing it. I don't always remember everything I'm doing, but this is definitely something that you can kind of see my mind at work as I'm doing these things. Um, and if that interests you, that's cool. If it doesn't, and you just like to see the end result, or just kind of like see it all come together, um, I'm going to take each one of these weeks, or maybe all together. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I want to take all of week 1 and the characters that I've created from that, and then go ahead and do like a turnaround pose for each one of those, and then maybe talk a little bit about them, or just do the turnaround pose and then show their initial creation type of thing. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I do want to do a speed video of each one of these. So I'll probably take all of week 1's videos and just the replays and just splice them together. And then I'll do the same thing with week 2 and just take all of them and splice them together. Um, let's see. But yeah, this is my alien guy. He was supposed to be a deformed, uh, weird looking hero. He's the alien. Um, But yeah, my alien fuckboy who is who has a host club, but the way he pays the bills is basically from helping other aliens kind of relax, because that's the thing in their dimension, that they don't know how to relax. They just create things, mostly just for sexual purposes, and it's like, there's more to life than that. And humans will come into the club as well, and they will interact with the club patrons. And so he'll have a body for each one of the patrons. And with a host club, I can see it being a high turnover type of thing, because you know, for different reasons. The alcohol being a big one of them, the alcohol consumption. But with this, I think because of the alcohol consumption, there's, they make it seem like it's a high turnover type of thing. And I'm digressing here. If you go into the ins and outs of it, but um, now he is a body that is he's got two. There's two in one, and I want to think that maybe he stole her body in the process of coming to Earth, and maybe she doesn't want to be there. She's part of the Holy Confederacy, who's out to take him down, basically. And she was an assassin, and he took her. It's like, how do you take an assassin? But whenever he's in danger, she comes out, and she only comes out briefly, and then she goes back. So maybe she might be running from something. I just can't figure it out just yet. Or maybe she wants to be there. Not really sure. Um, but yeah, I think that'll be part of the fun, is discovering all this, as I write the stories, as the characters just interact differently with each other. Um, yeah, and this world is pretty much as of the empath. It's called they're all living under a dome, and let's see, we'll go back to the gallery here, and I'll show you some of the other characters from week one, and basically their day jobs, basically all of week two. So week two was a civilian identity, and that was just gentleman here. He is in a he works in a beholder, which is something that looks like like this, and they patrol the streets of Wonder City, which is pretty much a slum, but it's a wondrous slum, if you can imagine that. So these guys are kind of like cops almost, but they're more like a gang. So other gangs come in, they try to do their thing, and what they do is they'll take the other gang members, and they'll stick them in this memorial park that's in the center of town, and they're petrified basically, and they become uh, playthings for kids, like a swing set, or a slide for kids to ride on. Um, so that is what they do in this city. Day two, or sorry, week two, number 9 was defeated or victorious. This one I did not get to finish, but the gist of it is basically my little cat girl, very strong. Um, she has vitiligo, and her vitiligo gives her this cat-like appearance. And she's also, with this cat-like appearance, it's like being kissed by the gods. It's like, so her parents recognized this and sent her to a dojo that specializes in cat kissed gods, I guess. Cat kissed characters, I guess. Like this kid here is of the bear, and he's a rival of this particular dojo. He's in the bear dojo, and they all have their own little names for their dojos. And these are cubs, and they're like, he set her up, and now she's being taken away by the scruff of her neck by a magic hand. It's like, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. And he's just like kind of snickering behind his hand, like, ha 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 ha, and crying. So I haven't quite finished him, but I think if I do, it'll be kind of cute. So one of the things that that isn't addressed or in my mind isn't addressed is I love cyberpunk. I love that cyberpunk world, but they don't have the kids. So I'm thinking maybe cyber brats or um, you know, things like that. And how do you grow up in a world like this, where you have people who are generally they become heroes in their own way or villains, very super villains. Okay, getting somewhere fast. This was my lawyer. She is of the firm, thousand name firm, whatever. But basically, she has this phoenix like a ability, or at least her sari has that, uh, and it's making her sorry for wearing this damn thing or joining this firm because at any time of the day she is available to her clients, and the sari wraps around her and the briefcase and just whisks her away any time of the day. So she's got to learn to be prepared. This time it caught her when she was either in the shower or any time where she's naked. So she's got to be very careful about that from the future. It'll catch her wherever, sitting on the toilet. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Okay, so day 11, week 2, day 11. This is cowering in fear. This is one of the characters who decided he was going to take his wife. He's got this ability to manipulate minds. He got this supermodel who's an orc to marry him, and now she is about to leave him. And in order to save his marriage, he finds out that she's trying to leave him in the worst way possible. She was caught cheating, and then when he walked in on her with someone else, I should have like a big giant orgy of people that he walks in on. But anyway, it's just something ridiculous. And she wants a divorce, basically, and she accuses him of manipulating her into marrying him. And because of that, it blows his mind because he thought she loved him. So he runs into these creatures that look like, let's see, and they do this to just about anybody who walks in on them in the middle of the night. Comes across these creatures. They evolved from the mishaps of others. So basically, he's taking home some of their pollen to help them live a longer life. They only live maybe for a night or so, and there's a good reason for it. They're the vile butterflies, and they're so beautiful and whatnot. And he's like, I think I want to help you guys. So he goes ahead, takes them in, slips some to his wife. His wife now becomes a carrier of these vile butterflies, but he also has a little bit of on himself. So now his wife is a nymphomaniac, and she is in love with his penis, but she still wants to leave him. So that's him cowering in fear from her because she wants the D. He's under the bed or something like that, and she's gonna grab him and take him and do whatever she wants to do because he fell for the vile butterflies. So who knows how they're going to evolve now that they've got orc DNA and human DNA mixed in with whatever else that they've got in them. So that's the vile butterflies. They're kind of like the night rats, beautiful night rats type of creatures. Okay, so compete. Let's see, that's week 3. 12 is busting through a wall. So to compromise, I took my transitional character here. This is a male that wants to be a female, and he's taking hormones. He's busting through a wall, and this is going to be him being a newbie type of superhero slash drag queen type of thing, but not necessarily drag queen. You know, he wants to be a woman. So tranny? I don't know what the best way to describe her is, but she's kind of got this thing where she's like Wolverine, that her body wants to go back to normal, or the normal that it knows. And she's taking, taking hormones and stuff to try to keep that from happening. Super hormones, but they're super expensive. So she has to do mercenary work in order to get, to achieve her goals. So that's where we are on that one, and she's busting through a corrugated wall. Let's see, performing a rescue or doing some heavy lifting. So I have a character based off of Peter Dinklage, um, and he is a tarot card reader of sorts. He appeases a goddess by wearing this dog costume, but I think this dog costume helps him out a lot. So he is a giant, but he's got the body of a little person, the body shape of a little person, but he has the ability to become a giant, depending on how much magic that he has in him. And I was starting to think in terms of drawing scenes, of having a scene instead of just a picture. So I'm like, okay, so he's pulled the seven of swords, or sorry, seven of chains, and with these chains he's got these beholders in his grasp. And so the suit that I think he'll prefer the most is this pug suit. He's a lot stronger in the pug suit, and he seems to be doing pretty gosh darn good. But this goddess, I want to say that she's maybe a little kid or something like that, and she's amused by him, and it is what it is. So he's on top of a building, and he's taking down some beholders. He's got like seven of them in his grasp. So that is my heavy lifting. And then today, let's see, is the opposite gender. So we saw that. And you guys, thank you so much for joining me. And I will do another video where it's a lot faster, maybe less, maybe each one of them will be like 5 minutes long instead of 2 hours long or something crazy like that. So this is Rake and Roki, and they are aliens in a cybernetic form. This right here cannot be because they are inside of one, but this is them side by side. But it's kind of fascinating. So I don't know. There should be some more in their future. There should be a lot more in their future. All right, you guys. Let's see. So tomorrow is week 3 duo. I'm going to team up randomly these characters and see if I can get them to work together. But the first one is arguing. So I'm going to have to take 2 of them and have them argue with each other. So it's going to be fun. And this time, I think, as an additional challenge, since I'm not going to do it as a live stream, I'm going to go ahead and draw it up as if I was going to put it onto a comic, because I need to think in terms of comics. I need to think in terms of, building my my story rather than just picking up pebbles and going, well, nothing, and thinking cathedral, but picking up pebbles and nothing's getting created. So I think what I'll end up doing is going ahead and taking my time a little bit with some of these. So day 15 might come a little bit, it may be Wednesday when I come up with day 15. Not sure. We'll see how it goes. Maybe give myself a day or two to work on my stuff, and then upload it and show it to you guys. So I will see you when I get some more content. But in the meantime, while you guys are waiting, I'll go ahead and upload the speed drawings from week 1 and week 2. All right, have a great one, and again, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you. Bye-bye. Oh, and if you like what you see, like and subscribe, and offer suggestions. If you know any other things that might help enhance a story or bring a story together, or anything like that, I'm all ears. Or just let me know what you think. Have a great one. Bye bye.